Hi and Assalamualaikum. Today in this group we will talk about the disease that affecting by the noise from the different industry. We presented this video to Sir Fairuz and let's get started into each segment.
So introduction. Okay. Environmental noise is unwanted sound that created by human activities that can be harmful or detrimental to human health and quality of life. Noise-induced hearing loss is common health problem to the worker who exposed with the loud noise during working days. So exposure to loud noise can also cause the high blood pressure, heart disease, stress, and sleep disturbance. The problem statement is noise disease that can caused by the Malaysian industry such as welding, construction, and manufacturing seems to be slightly ignored compared to others acute disease. Thus, a proper noise risk evaluation was needed to detect which industry might expose to the high risk of getting noise disease. So the objective is to compare the data of noise risk evaluation to find possibly disease that caused by each industry based on the decibel produced. So there are 3 steps of methodology, which are data collections, data analysis, and data gathering. First step is data collection. So for measurement of noise, we use sound level meter, which is firstly, before starting the measurement of noise level, we will identify the types of location that we want to measure noise level. So for the noise risk assessment, we will conduct at construction sites, industrial areas, and workshop. So once we were ability to identify the location, we will select the position to place the instrument. So the instrument must always be positioned away from direct source, vibration, and from any obstructions. So for noise measurement, we will taken three times a day, which are morning, afternoon, and evening. So for the sampling recorded include amount of worker involved, time, location, and specific activity of workers during working days. After measure the noise level, we will analyze all the data with hierarchy analysis and risk matrix. So hierarchy analysis consists the rank of the likelihood and severity of each industry activities. So rank of the likelihood and severity can evaluate the total risk of each activity obtained. So with the total risk of welding, construction, and manufacturing, we can identify the decibel scale of each activities. And the last one is data gathering. So we gather all the data and construct fishbone diagram to evaluate the potential causes and effect of noise exposure. So with the fishbone diagram, we can analyze the potential of disease related to noise exposure among the worker for different activities at the different sites.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is SHAFIQ ROSHIDI and today I will talk about the result. For our case study, we use 3 types of industry which involve with welding, manufacture, and construction. The method that being used for this analysis, we use hierarchy analysis, which found that the result from the 3 types of industry, the highest risk is manufacture with total risk of 9, followed with construction 8, and lastly welding 3. For the sound produced from these 3 types of industry, the highest is the construction with 120 decibel, followed by manufacture 95 to 115 decibel, and lastly 85 to 90 decibel for welding. To study in detail about the decibel value of 3 industry, we come up with our own fishbone diagram with the several factors involved that related to the cause of the disease. The factors that been studied are man, environment, methods, and machines. After that, we found for each industry the disease, which for welding, the diseases are tinnitus, manufacture, hearing loss, and lastly, construction are acoustic trauma. To show about the scenario itself, let's go to the scenes.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Izzudin bin WAHID, and I will talk about the discussion for each industry that involved. The first one is the welding industry. In the welding industry, in order to form a weld, a heat source is required, such as from the electric arc, from the flame pressure, and also the friction. And the friction from the heated surface that caused by the welding machine can produce noise that could be dangerous in a prolonged time. And irregular inspection and maintenance of the welding machinery could increase the noise, and the risk could also increase if the worker did their job in a confined space, as the noise level can increase significantly. And with a risk value of 3 and produce average 85 to 90 decibel of noise from the factor provided before in the fishbone, the welding industry could cause ringing in either one or both ears to the worker, which is called the tinnitus. Although the noise produced by the machine is not excessive, it is possible that the worker will suffer permanent disability such as hearing loss. The next one is from the manufacturing industry, which is the noise come from usually from the power press. And power press is a machinery to cut metal into a specific shape, and power press machine utilize its ability to perform shaping and cutting simultaneously. And this repeated activity of metal cutting can cause the noise, and the existence of the muffle at the machinery could increase the noise value in with the other factors such as seldom use of the lubricant. And the worker might suffer hearing loss due to the high decibel value of the industry that can exceed over 100 dB if they exposed daily, with the risk of 9, and in most cases damage to the inner ear or the auditory neural system is permanent and irreversible. Last but not least is from the construction industry, which is the highest noise can come from the piling activity, and it can also cause the delay of the project. And the repeated piling process, which is the process to complete the incision, can cause excessive loud noise to the surrounding, especially if it was operated in an open area. And the sound from the other vehicle construction such as bulldozer, truck, can also cause the excessive noise. And during the piling process, the noise level can went to almost 120 decibel, and with the risk value of 8, it could possibly cause acoustic trauma. And acoustic trauma is a condition when the inner ear of the victim was damaged to a single loud noise. And it also, compared to the other industry, construction industry noise can be stopped when the project is finished, because it is not in a long-term project. So that's it for the discussion. Thank you.
Okay, we go for recommendations. In manufacturing industry, one of the way to reduce noise pollution is by modifying the path which the noise travel through the air to the people exposed by erect enclosure around machine to reduce the amount of noise emitted into the workplace or environment. We can also use barriers and screen to block the direct path of sound and the position noise source further away from workers. Next, the control measure for construction and welding industry that was recommended is by providing your mouth and your plugs to the workers who have operate the machine each time. Wearing your plug followed by an ear muff could help to prevent the noise from the machine, which return help to encounter hearing loss. For the conclusions, this analysis has helped us to assess and identify situations, process, and other activity or hazard that produce from noise. Based on the data and result from the three industries, we can conclude that manufacturing industry is the most high risk that can lead to the serious hearing disease such as hearing loss, and then followed by construction and welding industry in Malaysia. Manufacturing industry is more high risk because a lot of manufacturing processes, machinery, and equipment produce high noise level in a daily situations, which can lead to chronic disease, especially to the workers. Alright, that's all from us. Thank you.